Hello, friends. How are all of you? I hope all of you must be doing great. So, in today's video, I'm going to analyze a poem called I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, which was written by William Wordsworth. First, I will give a brief background and then the summary. This poem is also known as Daffodils. It was published in 1807. It is a pastoral poem, and this poem consists of 24 lines and is written in iambic pentameter. This poem is inspired by a walk which the poet took in the Lake District along with his sister, where they encountered a field of daffodils. And the major themes are nature, memory, imagination, and solitude. Now let us move on to the summary part. Stanza 1. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. The speaker of the poem is poet himself. The speaker is saying that he was wandering alone as a cloud that floats high over hills and valleys. Suddenly, the poet saw a crowd not of people but of golden daffodils. Those daffodils were next to a lake and trees, and because of the wind, they were moving as if they were swinging or dancing. Stanza 2 continues as stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in a sprightly dance. Now, the poet is comparing these flowers with the stars that shine in the sky at night. These flowers are spread so far that it seems there is no end to them. It extends to the edge of the margin of the bay. The poet is now saying that perhaps there will be 10,000 flowers here, and because of the wind, they are moving as if they are dancing. Stanza 3. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. It seems as if the waves in that bay are also dancing with the daffodils, but these flowers are more attractive than the waves, and the poet's attention is drawn towards them again and again. The poet adds that which poet will not enjoy in such a happy company? Well, the company that the poet enjoys is that of daffodils. The poet kept looking at those flowers without thinking what he was getting by gazing at them. The poet is very happy seeing these daffodils here, and very positive thoughts are coming in his mind, but he still hasn't been able to understand this. Now, stanza 4. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils. Here, the poet is saying that when he sometimes rests on the sofa in his house after seeing these daffodils, he remains lost or keeps thinking about something. Then, these daffodils come back to the poet's imagination, and again he starts thinking about them. For him, these daffodils are the bliss of solitude. That is, there is happiness in his loneliness. Now he never feels isolated. The poet becomes very joyful and he gets pleasure from the imagination of the daffodils, and his heart begins to dance with the daffodils. So, yes, here ends the poem. If you like the summary, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.